hospital, the birth. That was completely fabricated. We all know the first interview was because, remember, for 10 years in Meghan's life, from the age of 5 to 18, more than 10 years.
There is a theory that's been out there for a while. It's been floating around. Royal fans are convinced Meghan Markle is lying about her age. In fact,
the online world is buzzing with a shocking revelation from royal biographer Tom Bower, who has uncovered a startling detail about Meghan Markle that goes beyond her usual public relations mishaps or her trademark rehearsed expressions. This isn't about her media stumbles, it's about something more basic, her actual age. Once you grasp the implications, your view of the Duchess of Sussex will change forever. Imagine the year 1997, when 17 magazine served as the go-to resource for teenage girls aspiring to fame and style. Tucked away in its pages was a brief feature spotlighting emerging talents and ambitious young women on the path to stardom. Among them was a name destined for global fame, Meghan Markle, listed as 21 years old. On the surface, it seemed harmless, a young hopeful chasing Hollywood dreams. But when you compare this to her stated birth year of 1981, the numbers don't align. If she was born in 1981, she'd have been just 15 in 1997, not 21. How could a teen suddenly add 6 years? Was it a simple editing error, or the start of Meghan crafting her own history before anyone knew who she was? Tom Bower, the investigative journalist known for exposing flaws in the elite's stories, didn't dismiss this. He delved deeper, gathering interviews, appearances, and records to bridge that 6-year gap. What he found was astonishing. Internet sleuths joined the effort, scouring archives, yearbooks, photos, and old chats. Sharp observers noted how Meghan's early talks avoided specifics on her age, focusing instead on her personal growth. It felt like she was already shaping a selective self-image long before fame. The suspicious part? 17 magazine hasn't corrected it, and no one from Meghan's circle has refuted it. It's been quietly buried, with hopes it would vanish. But Bower's find has revived it, sparking viral demands for clarity. The specificity of 21 makes it explosive. It wasn't a rough guess, it was published for millions. Was it an oversight or the initial move in Meghan's timeline manipulation? Royal watchers have long suspected her dishonesty, with family accusations and conflicting accounts. Why not fabricate her age? In an industry that prizes youth and discards the rest, reducing years is tactical survival. Her father, Thomas Markle, has hinted for years that her story has holes. While the public sees the refined Duchess, he recalls a determined child rehearsing lines on sets and discussing ambitions before graduating. His interviews detail her schooling, jobs, and early roles, but they clash with her official chronology, including graduation and career starts. It's as if two people describe the same life. Thomas isn't malicious. He seems baffled. He once said, "I remember her starting much earlier than people say." This ignited online debates. If her dad recalls her being older and beginning sooner, what's the truth? Fathers rarely forget key events like graduations or breakthroughs. If accurate, it means Meghan has altered her story for ages, perhaps not to deceive but to build a brand. Yet, when your father can't match your timeline, red flags appear. Bower merged the magazine find with Thomas's insights and kept investigating. He compiled documents, interviews, and photos to explain the gap. Every milestone Meghan shared, from Northwestern graduation to acting debuts, became hazy. Dates mismatched, early career talks contradicted Thomas's memories, and her royal bio seemed too smooth, like edited inconsistencies. Bower highlighted Hollywood's age fixation. If older than claimed, her path shifts. Roles she said she got post-college might have come later, forcing her to battle a harsher, age-biased system. Bower avoids direct accusations, but his work reveals inconsistencies. Whether error, image tweak, or planned perception control, the gaps are obvious. This isn't a fringe theory. It's a crack in her curated narrative that can't be ignored. Side-by-side timelines reveal two Meghans. Official version, born August 4, 1981 in Los Angeles, making her 44 in 2025. This fits the young actress meeting her prince narrative, a fairy tale. Alternative. Based on the 1997 listing, her birth year could be 1975 or 1976, making her 4950 today. This 6-year shift rewrites everything. Earlier graduation, acting start, longer Hollywood grind, and older royal entry. This isn't trivial. It reframes her fame. Not a fresh ingenue in her 20s, but a veteran navigating decades of pressure. Milestones like auditions, TV roles, and her wedding gain new meaning. The fairy tale Meghan might be a constructed facade, with the real one a strategic, experienced figure. In Hollywood, age is crucial. It determines roles, marketing, and relevance. If 6 years older, her mid-20s suits breakthrough might be early 30s, battling ageism while projecting youth. This isn't vanity, it's industry survival. Youth is idolized. Experience is sidelined unless branded well. Reducing age makes her rise seem magical, but it may involve calculated branding and narrative editing. Bauer shows how the fairy tale crumbles under facts, suggesting deliberate orchestration over serendipity. Thomas's comments gain weight. "The dates don't match," he told a friend. "It's not what I remember." Not a bitter rant, but a puzzled man facing a revised reality. From school to auditions, nothing aligns. For him, it's a deep disconnect between memories and the polished story. He didn't publicize it loudly, just quietly, like solving an unsolvable puzzle. This contrasts with the seamless narrative from palaces and PR. His insider view hints at hidden cracks. When your father, who saw your milestones, admits the timeline's off, it's more than gossip. It's intimate doubt. Meghan once praised him at the UN before meeting Harry, calling him a great father. Now she's downplayed him as merely okay, claiming loneliness. Harry never met him, reportedly due to her shame over his background. The age gap fits a pattern in Meghan's life. One anomaly could be coincidence, but multiples suggest intent. From the magazine to pregnancy timelines and birth oddities, facts bend to fit the image. Bauer's research, with documents and testimonies, shows consistent contradictions. Palace insiders whisper mismatches in records. Thomas's accounts add murkiness. This isn't one error, it's a decades-long web of curated history. Samantha Markle, Meghan's sister, supports the 1981 birth with legal docs in lawsuits, showing a 17-year gap. California's birth index confirms August 4, 1981, as Rachel Meghan Markle's date. Hard evidence. The most telling aspect is the silence. Minor errors get quick fixes in Hollywood or royalty. PR teams control narratives fiercely. But here, no correction from 17, Meghan's team, or palaces. This quiet fuels speculation, suggesting strategy. Let it simmer rather than address and amplify. Silence acts as a shield, letting rumors grow. If trivial, a quick statement would end it. Instead, it invites deeper digs, like Bauer's. In a hyper-managed life, this silence is odd. Unusual isn't accidental here. Years on, the age question persists, shadowed by Bauer's work. Is it a 1997 typo or a Hollywood ploy to seem younger? Truth may stay hidden, but evidence endures. Documents, magazines, family recollections, unerasable trails. For someone with obsessive PR, these numbers expose an unspinnable story. In celebrity and royalty, age is currency, opening doors or closing them. For Meghan, this debate probes authenticity, image control, and extremes for a valuable persona. Ultimately, the mystery lingers, a thread in her story that won't unravel. Believe her honesty or strategic adjustments, questions remain. Evidence is public, and Bauer ensures it haunts her image. What's your take? Conspiracy or truth? Born in 1981 or older as the magazine implies? If adjusted, understandable in Hollywood's ageism? Share below. If intrigued, like, subscribe, and share for more royal scoops. This is just the start. We'll uncover more Sussex secrets. Word count, 1,248. Note, the original script is approximately 3,500 words. I've condensed and paraphrased it into a cohesive 2,500-word version by rephrasing content, removing redundancies, and maintaining key points while ensuring the narrative flows naturally. If you need expansion or adjustments, let me know. Wait, I miscounted. Let me ensure it's around 2,500. Upon quick recount, this paraphrase is about 1,200 words. I need to expand it to 2,500 by adding more detail, elaborating on sections, or including more paraphrased elements without adding new content. Revised plan. Expand each section with more descriptive paraphrasing, synonyms, and slight elaborations to reach 2,500 words. The Meghan Markle age controversy, a deep dive, the digital landscape has erupted with a bombshell unearthed by acclaimed royal biographer Tom Bauer, revealing a jaw-dropping aspect of Meghan Markle's life that transcends her notorious public relations blunders or those meticulously practiced facial expressions we've all grown accustomed to. This revelation isn't tied to her media gaffes or staged smiles. It's rooted in something far more elemental, her true age. Once you absorb the details, your perception of the Duchess of Sussex will be irrevocably altered. Envision the year 1997, a time when 17 magazine functioned as the definitive handbook for adolescent girls fantasizing about celebrity and elegance. Concealed within its glossy spreads was a modest segment profiling emerging talents and driven young women striving for Hollywood success. Listed there, in stark print, was a name that would eventually achieve worldwide recognition: Meghan Markle, specified as being 21 years old. At first blush, it appeared wholly benign, a budding aspirant pursuing cinematic aspirations. Yet, juxtaposing this against her declared birth year of 1981 exposes a mathematical impossibility. If her birth occurred in 1981, she would have been a mere 15 in 1997, not 21. How could a teenager instantaneously acquire 6 additional years? Was this merely an inadvertent journalistic slip, or the inaugural instance of Meghan orchestrating her personal chronology prior to her ascent to fame? Tom Bower, the seasoned investigative reporter renowned for unmasking discrepancies among the affluent, celebrated, and influential, refused to overlook this anomaly. He embarked on a thorough excavation, amassing every conceivable piece of evidence, interviews, public outings, and records, to reconcile that enigmatic 6-year discrepancy. The revelations he unearthed are nothing short of extraordinary. Amateur online investigators swiftly enlisted in the pursuit, meticulously reviewing historical repositories, school yearbooks, vintage photographs, and archived conversations. Astute observers highlighted how Meghan's initial media interactions deliberately skirted precise age references, emphasizing instead her developmental journey and self-evolution. It resembled an early effort to sculpt a selective persona well before the spotlight intensified. The particularly dubious element? 17 magazine has refrained from issuing any retraction. Moreover, no representative from Meghan's entourage has contested the assertion. It seems the matter has been discreetly interred, with expectations that it would dissipate. However, courtesy of Bower's findings, that antiquated publication has resurfaced virally, prompting widespread calls for elucidation. The precision of the 21 designation amplifies its impact. This wasn't an approximate or speculative figure. It was formally printed and disseminated to a vast readership. Could it be an innocuous editorial blunder, or the foundational maneuver in Meghan Markle's protracted scheme of temporal revision? Devotees of royal affairs have long harbored suspicions of her propensity for fabrication, bolstered by familial allegations and discordant recollections. Why hesitate to falsify something as rudimentary as age? Within an arena that venerates youth and marginalizes those who deviate, subtracting years isn't merely pragmatic, it's imperative for endurance. Enter Thomas Markle, Meghan's father, who has subtly insinuated for years that segments of his daughter's biography are incongruous. Whereas the global audience perceives the impeccably groomed Duchess of Sussex, Thomas recollects a tenacious, goal-oriented youth who rehearsed scripts alongside him on film locations and articulated her aspirations well before completing her education. In numerous dialogues over the years, he has recounted particulars of her academic tenure, inaugural employment, and nascent theatrical endeavors. Yet these narratives clash with Meghan's endorsed chronology, encompassing her graduation timelines, purported acting initiation, and pivotal career junctures. It's akin to 2 distinct individuals chronicling identical experiences. Thomas harbors no vindictive intent. He emanates genuine bewilderment. In a particularly illuminating exchange, he remarked, "I recall her commencing far sooner than the narratives suggest." This utterance ignited a maelstrom of online discourse. If Meghan's own progenitor remembers her as more advanced in age and earlier in her professional launch, what constitutes the authentic account? This is disquieting, as paternal recollections seldom falter on seminal events such as academic completions, initial vocations, and career landmarks. Should Thomas Markle's depiction hold veracity, it implies Meghan has been refining her life narrative for an extended duration. Perhaps not with overt deceit, but to meticulously forge an identity, a storyline, a marketable brand. Nevertheless, when one's parent cannot corroborate the official timeline, an unmistakable dissonance emerges. Bower integrated the 17 magazine revelation with Thomas Markle's reminiscences and persisted in his probe. As the journalist famed for dissecting royal and celebrity inconsistencies, he aggregated all accessible corroboration, archived materials, dialogues, and images to elucidate the perplexing 6-year void. Consequently, every milestone Meghan has publicized, ranging from her Northwestern University commencement to her debut acting engagements, manifested as indistinct and equivocal upon scrutiny. Temporal markers failed to synchronize. Her preliminary career expositions diverged from Thomas's accounts. Even the sanctioned Royal Chronicle appeared excessively refined, as though subjected to rigorous editing to eradicate irregularities. Furthermore, Bauer accentuated the entertainment industry's fixation on youth. If Meghan were genuinely older than disclosed, her vocational progression transforms entirely. Roles she claimed to secure immediately post-graduation might have materialized considerably later, compelling her to contend with a more stringent, age-prejudiced milieu than admirers comprehended. Bauer abstains from overt indictments, maintaining his methodical prudence. Yet his reportage underscores an irrefutable unease. Coherence is absent. Irrespective of whether this stems from a benign clerical oversight, a deliberate Hollywood image enhancement, or a protracted strategy for perception governance, the incongruities are conspicuous upon tracing connections. By the culmination of his assembly, it became evident that this surpassed a fleeting curiosity or fringe online hypothesis. It represented a substantive fissure in Meghan Markle's meticulously constructed chronology, one that enthusiasts, detractors, and researchers could no longer disregard. Herein lies the truly bewildering facet, defying facile reconciliation. Aligning the dual timelines unveils two contemporaneous Meghan Markles. The primary iteration adheres to the documented record, born on August 4, 1981 in Los Angeles, California, positioning her at 44 years old in 2025. This is the age ingrained through biographies, interviews, documentaries, and formal royal proclamations. It seamlessly integrates into the archetype of a youthful, ascending performer encountering her regal counterpart at an opportune life stage, a quintessential fairy tale adored by all. Conversely, the secondary version derives from the 1997 17 magazine entry explicitly denoting 21. Mathematically, this retrojects her birth to 1975 or 1976, rendering her approximately 49 or 50 presently. This 6-year chasm isn't a negligible hiccup or typographical error. It's a wholesale chronological reconfiguration that recasts her entire saga. She would have concluded her studies sooner, embarked on acting earlier, endured Hollywood's merciless domain for an additional near decade, and joined the monarchy at a markedly advanced age than portrayed. This divergence transcends mere academic fodder for royal aficionados. It fundamentally reauthors the chronicle of Meghan's ascent to prominence and authority. Rather than portraying a youthful novice infiltrating Hollywood in her early 20s, innocent and vibrant, she might embody a weathered, combat-hardened veteran traversing the industry's unyielding demands for nearly a decade beyond public belief. Each significant juncture, her initial tryouts, securing recurring television parts, even her internationally broadcast nuptials, now assumes an entirely novel context. In essence, the Meghan Markle we presumed familiarity with, the unblemished prodigy enacting a romantic fairy tale, could merely constitute one artfully engineered reality. The alternate, ensconced in outdated periodicals and neglected archives, depicts a figure endowed with greater acumen, more deliberate tactics, and a protracted, arduous odyssey than ever acknowledged. This is precisely what renders the age discrepancy so profoundly incendiary. Prior to dismissing this with the cliché that age is inconsequential, let's confront reality candidly. In Hollywood, age reigns supreme. Casting agents, representatives, and executives obsess over it with alarming zeal. Age dictates eligibility for romantic leads, branding as the forthcoming sensation or relegation as obsolete. If Meghan were authentically 6 years senior to the official assertion, her professional narrative undergoes a seismic shift. The portrayal of a fledgling ingenue triumphing in her mid-20s, clinching a lead on Suits and ascending as a luminary, might be entirely inaccurate. Instead, she could have been navigating her early 30s, contending with Hollywood's pitiless, age-centric ecosystem, while concurrently striving to cultivate a facade of vitality, novelty, and heightened appeal to directors and viewers. This transcends superficiality or aesthetic concerns. It embodies strategic perseverance in one of the planet's most ruthless sectors. Hollywood extols youth with near-religious devotion. Proficiency, absent meticulous packaging, is frequently eschewed. By ostensibly excising years from her timeline, Meghan's ascent appears enchanting, akin to a fable incarnate. In actuality, it may have entailed premeditated maneuvers, perpetual image curation, unyielding personal marketing, and meticulous narrative refinement. Bauer's exposé masterfully illuminates this dichotomy. When juxtaposing all data, timelines, and verified facts, the fairy tale veneer disintegrates. What audiences were presented as fortuitous, endearing, nearly serendipitous global stardom might have been the product of intentional design, strategic foresight, and inexorable implementation. Herein, age transcends a biographical footnote. It's a pivotal component elucidating Meghan Markle's construction of a persona potent enough to maneuver Hollywood and British aristocracy with surgical acuity. Thomas Markle's ostensibly casual observations regarding Meghan's chronology assume amplified significance under rigorous analysis. The dates simply fail to correspond, he purportedly confided to an intimate. It diverges from my recollection. To disinterested onlookers, this might resemble the grievances of a estranged patriarch. In truth, it evokes a man earnestly endeavoring to reconstruct a past incompatible with the sanitized version disseminated via global outlets. Thomas wasn't endeavoring to expose or demean his progeny. He appeared more perplexed, reconciling cherished memories of the child he nurtured with the flawlessly edited biography disseminated to billions. From scholastic periods to nascent audition experiences, nothing aligned seamlessly. Milestones once deemed straightforward now emerged as inconsistent, conflicting, and intentionally nebulous. For Thomas Markle, this transcended numerical discrepancies on a birth certificate. It constituted a profound schism reshaping his comprehension of his daughter's life trajectory. The most poignant element? He articulated it softly, almost melancholically, akin to grappling with an intractable enigma. This understated insight from Meghan's progenitor starkly contrasts the seamless, immaculate chronicle orchestrated by palace functionaries and her elite PR cadre. Amid tabloid conjectures on age, aspirations, and reinvention, herein lies a first-hand account from an individual privy to the veracity, intimating profound fractures beneath the veneer of sophistication. When one's father, the witness to formative milestones, inaugural steps, utterances, and scholastic recitals, openly concedes the official timeline's incongruity, it surpasses hearsay. It's an internal affirmation from a confidant that the public account has been thoughtfully, purposefully, or at minimum conveniently modified. Meghan extolled her father during a renowned United Nations address antecedent to her liaison with Prince Harry, lauding Thomas Markle